broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, everybody. This is Andrew McLaughlin with the National Truck Driving School, and welcome to our Tuesday webinar. And our special guest, I think, has just arrived. Hello, John Hein from TMC. How are you doing tonight, John?
How are you?
Very good, very good. John, we got a pretty good-sized group on here tonight, and I want to go ahead.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me okay?
Okay.
All right, good.
I'm just trying to look through the
We're going to go ahead and get started. All right. So good evening, everybody. This is Andrew with the National Truck Driving School, and I want to welcome everybody to our webinar this evening. There's lots of different ways to watch our webinar tonight. You can watch it on your telephone, right at your computer, your laptop, or even your tablet. And there's lots of different controls on all of these things as well. If you look at number one, it's going to be the little, it might have a computer in a hand, a computer and a microphone with an orange with a line through it. We are in the listen-only mode for the first part of the webinar tonight. And then we're going to open up the line so that we can talk with John Hein from TMC tonight. Number two is the hand icon. I'm going to ask everybody to just go ahead and click on the hand. This lets us know that you can hear us okay. Thanks, Derek. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Arnold, Bruce, Jonathan. Very good. Very good. A couple more hands. A couple people may be away from their computer. That's okay. And I can put all those hands down in one quick sweep like that. Number three is a text box. Okay, so in the you can ask questions. If you're shy and you don't want to talk in front of bunches of people, we understand that. You can go ahead and type your questions in, and John and I will try to answer them for you as best we can. Number four are the cameras, and I'm going to keep my camera off tonight just because of the bandwidth. John has got his on there, so you guys can see him. And let's see. All right. Let's first I want to tell you guys a little bit about national training, and then we're going to jump right into TMC. Well, national training has been around for a little bit over 40 years. We're incorporated back in 1978, and we're a post-secondary vocational truck driving school, and we also do heavy equipment. We're committed to providing our students the best curriculum possible. Our programs emphasize practical, usable skills blended with relevant general education foundation. We have a very caring environment, a very personal attention to the attention and close faculty-student interaction. A lot of the schools out there today, they have big classes, 30, 40 people in a class. We limit our classes from 12 to 18 truck classes, okay? And we start a new class every month, okay? We are Florida's oldest truck driving school. We have a state-of-the-art training facility. It's 350 acres. We have our own 1.25 mile private highway. We train on 9-speed, 10-speed automatics, and we've graduated over 38,000 students across the country. Right now, why drive a truck for a living? And I think now is a good time to bring you in, John, and kind of talk about TMC. And I'm going to bring up your company here as well. I got you up here somewhere. Here it is. All right. And John, this is your website, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about TMC and the how did it start? A little bit about the background.
Okay. So TMC was started back in 1972 by Harold Annette. He started the company with 6 trucks. Currently, right now, TMC is about 2,300 trucks. TMC is strictly a flatbed trucking company. We're known for our black and chrome Peterbilt trucks. They're all within 4 years old, so you're not going to get a piece of junk at TMC. We have automatics. We have 10 speeds. And the obviously we're known for the black and the chrome. I think they're one of the nicest trucks on the road. In the back of the trucks, we have queen size bunk beds with a 24-inch flat screen TV. We have a spot for a refrigerator, microwave, plenty of storage area for all your personal items. In the front of the truck, you have all leather interior. You have your Qualcomm system, your CB radio, weight gauges, and also your toll passes.
Okay.
TMC is really, we're known for being veteran friendly. So if you are in the military, we have about 35% of our company as military vets.
What areas do you cover, John?
Now, that area that you're looking at right there, that is our main driving area. We'll go into all 48 states, including Canada, but that area in that orange is our main driving area / hiring area also.
Okay, very good. All right. And,
you can look on many YouTube videos are out there. Put in TMC Transportation in YouTube, but a lot of YouTube videos that are out there also.
all right, and let's get right to the bones, the pay and the benefits.
Yep.
At TMC.
Yeah, sure. So
we have people.
at TMC,
We have people that are just going to start in a career, but we also have a bunch of experienced people online tonight as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So TMC, our average pay for a first-year driver is about $60,000 to $65,000 a year. We are regional, so we are home on the weekends. Now, how we are different from a lot of trucking companies is a lot of trucking companies pay you cents per mile. We pay you percentage pay. So whatever I'm charging the customer for that freight, we're going to start you out at 26% of the load. Now, an average load for us is about $1,000. You take 26% of that, that's $260 for that one load. Now, if you tarp that load, we do have tarping pay, which is $40 a load. So every time you tarp a load, you'll get an extra $40 on top of that. Now, for my experienced drivers, we will start you out at 27% of the load. So basically, you'll get 27% of that load. Now, what I like about it is that every 30 days you're evaluated at TMC. So every 30 days we'll look at your miles per gallon, your out-of-route mileage, your revenue, having certain endorsements like a hazmat, passport, toy card. Simply just keeping your truck clean on a weekly basis will give you points. So within that first year, you can go up to 32% of the load. Wow. And then the overall highest will be 34%.
Very nice. It was very nice. And
so you can see on that page, it could equate to about 50 cents to 64 cents a mile if you're looking on the mileage. Now, an average load for us only goes about 450 miles. So in that week you should be looking to do about five loads a week.
Okay. So the math, doing the math is about $1,000 a week.
Yeah, our drivers take home roughly between $10.50 to $11.50 a week. Getting paid every Friday.
Very nice. Oh, really? Every Friday?
Every Friday, yep.
Very good. And then what about you're a pretty good sized company, 2,600 trucks, and you have a lot of the same benefits that the big guys have as well.
Yeah, we have competitive pay, paid vacation. So After a year, you'll get 7 days paid vacation. After 2 years, you'll get 14 days paid vacation. We use United Healthcare. So if you're married, I don't care how many kids you have, it'll be $140 a week. That is your medical, dental, vision, and your life insurance. If you are single, it is $40 a week. That is your medical, dental, vision, and your life insurance. If you are just insuring yourself and your kids, $70 a week, and that is your medical, dental, vision, and your life insurance. Reimbursement. So if you're in a school or getting ready to go into a school, we will reimburse you $200 a month up to $6,000. We have a family ride-along program, so if you have a spouse or a child over the age of 10, they can ride along with you. We have a 401k, obviously at TMC. We will match 10% of your first 6% after 5 years to be fully invested. Now, the best part about TMC is that we are an employee-owned company. So after you work for our company for a year, you will start collecting shares into the company. Now, the average person at TMC last year collected about $10,000 in shares. All right, that's better than Amazon. All right. Now, anybody that's been in our company since 2013, when we went employee-owned, the average person in their trust account from 2013 to 2018, the average person has about $65,000 in that trust account. Now, when you are fully invested after 6 years, so after 6 years, whatever's in that trust account is yours. If you leave after 5 years, you'll get 80%. If you leave after 4 years, 60%. Leave after 3 years, 40%. Leave after 2 years, you get 20% of whatever's in that trust account.
Right. So it's a very good incentive to stay there as well.
Yes, absolutely.
We tell our students all the time, pick a company and stay with them for at least a year. Get to know who that company is. Not every dispatcher is going to be the same in every company. Different things like that. So that's very good. How about, do you guys do any team driving or any?
No team driving. We don't have a pet policy. There's no pets at TMC. We do, getting into the training part of it all. After you get done with school, we do have a 2-week orientation class. That's in Columbia, South Carolina. Now, for the experienced individuals, they wouldn't have to go for the full 2 weeks. It basically would be about 4 or 5 days. Experienced drivers, they'll get paid $100 a day that they're there. For the 2-week orientation, the student will get paid $600 a week for that orientation. We will take care of transportation. We'll take care of your hotel. We'll feed you lunch every single day. We'll take care of all that. Then after that 2 weeks of orientation, you have 5 weeks of on-the-road training with a trainer. Now, during that 5 weeks, again, you'll get paid $600 a week for that training, except for the first week and the 5th week, you'll get $750 a week. Now, again, for the experienced drivers, it will be less than, of course, that 5 weeks. You would be looking at maybe 1, maybe 2 weeks with the trainer. Again, getting pretty much $100, $150 extra, a day for that training. Then you get in your own truck, and then once you get in your own truck, you are guaranteed $1,000 a week for the first 2 weeks you're in your own truck.
Wow, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so you work with a lot of schools, not just us. You go around and see a lot of the schools yourself as well. Home time. You talked about
So
home every week.
home time. We're home on the weekends.
Is that Saturday and Sunday for you, or could be Tuesday, Wednesday?
No, it has to be on the weekends. So they'll come home on Friday. They'll be home Friday night, Saturday, and then depending on where that load that you picked up on Friday, where it's going, that will determine when you're going to leave out, either Sunday afternoon or Monday morning.
Okay, very good. We had a couple of companies on 2 weeks ago, I think, that they talked about home time on the weekends, but it wasn't necessarily Saturday and Sunday. They
Yeah.
days.
Majority of our customers are open Monday to Friday. So
Very good, very good. But basically, what kind of material are you hauling?
yes, we do a lot of building materials, a lot of lumber, a lot of steel coils. But definitely a lot of building materials. A lot of some piping. We do have contracts with John Deere, Home Depot, Lowe's, Owens Corning, doing some shingles, stuff like that. So, but the nice thing about it is that, it's basically no touch freight. Everything will be forklifted on for you. Everything will be forklifted off for you. You're responsible for the tarping, the strapping, the chaining, and all that stuff.
Very good, very good. Well, we're starting to get some questions in on the board here, and I encourage anybody who wants to ask John questions, just go ahead and raise your hand, and we'll open up your microphone. Okay, I got a question here from Jonathan, and he says, "What's the average length of service of your drivers?"
That's a good question. I think it's around, it was around 3.2 years, but that is now increasing because of the ESOP. So now I believe it's getting close to around 5, I would say right now.
Very nice. Very nice. Very, very good question. Okay, Charles is going to be getting out of the military, and he's going to he will be able to come out with his military CDL, transfer it over, and he wants to know, could he come right to TMC without going through school?
I mean, I always encourage people to go to a school, but I know that you could go to a DMV with a military waiver, get a CDL license, and then you could come to TMC, through that avenue. But I always encourage everyone to somewhat go to a school because, it's different. I mean, the military trucks are a little bit different than what we're driving. So, I always encourage, people to go to a school, but can they go to a DMV and get their license? Absolutely.
All right, very good. I've got a question here from Paul. He says he had a felony 5 years ago. Would it keep him from going to work for TMC?
He had a felony 5 years ago?
Yeah.
We look at the last 10 years of your criminal history.
Okay, so he would not really apply then for TMC.
It would be hard.
Okay. Most case by case though?
Yeah, it's all case by case basis. So, we have a hiring committee of 5 individuals. All you need is 3 yeses out of that 5. So, but I always encourage everybody to apply. I mean, I don't care if you're, getting ready to join a school, or you're in school, or you're an experienced driver. Apply at any time. We'll send pre-hire letters out to everybody. Just go to our website. You can text 31996, text the word TMC, all lowercase, and an application will come right to your phone.
Wow, I did not know that. Do you have any information on that we could leave at the school when you come visit?
Yeah.
I like to let the students have that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really a lot of people obviously use their phones for everything. Right. So just with a simple text of 31996, and then just texting the word TMC, like I say, all lowercase, hit send, and like I said, the application will come right to your phone. So really, like I said, it's just the easy way of, accessing it through your phone.
Okay. Derek has a good question here. Going back to Charles's felony, he's saying, is the 10 years from the arrest or from the conviction date?
From the arrest.
From the arrest. Okay, good, very good. That's good. All right. Mary Johnson. Mary Johnson wants to know, in your trucks, do they have refrigerators?
Do they have what?
Refrigerators.
Refrigerators? Some of our trucks still will have those refrigerators in there. We kind of got away with the refrigerator business because of the drivers were just, they wanted their own fridge or they wanted a certain fridge. So some of the trucks still have those in there, but some of our newer trucks do not. But we give you all the specs for the new one, with the ones you should be getting, just because, like I say, a lot of the drivers just wanted their own refrigerator.
Sure. Okay, but they can buy one and put it in. There's no slip seating, things like that.
No, yeah, they can get one, and like I said, we'll give you the specs for it, and then they can just fit it right in there and be good to go.
And realistically, you're flatbedding, so and you're home every weekend. It's a little different than being out there, 2-3 weeks at a time. Right.
But if an individual wants to stay through the weekend, that's up to them. We have plenty of loads that if an individual wants to stay, out during the weekend and make more money, more power to you. You can do that.
All right, very good. I actually got a guy in class right now who's looking just for that.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. Any other questions? Go ahead and raise your hand, please. I'd love to open up some of these microphones. A lot of shy people tonight, John. All right. Okay, Jonathan. Does TMC prefer to hire experienced drivers, or it has to prove to be more preferential to mold a newbie into the TMC way? Interesting.
Obviously we take students right out of school. We take experienced drivers. It really doesn't matter. Obviously, it's just like anything, you take a new student out of school, we're teaching them, yes, the TMC way and everything. Experienced drivers, obviously they know the business, they know it, well, they've dealt with customers before. So it's just less training that we have to do in that aspect of it all. Obviously, we're going to tell you and kind of go over, how TMC deals with the, ways and stuff like that. But obviously, the student gets more of a breakdown than the experienced drivers, just because, they've been dealing with it and doing it for a little while.
Right. Very good. Okay. Mark is asking about felonies again. Mark, go ahead and apply it, and John will look at it case by case.
Yeah.
What else we got here? I think that is it. John, is there anything else that you wanted to tell us about TMC? I know that we had in our last class when you came in, you had some real good success. A lot of those guys, they thought your presentation was the best out of the ones they saw in that group. So,
yeah, we did have quite a few people
came on.
Actually, join TMC. So, that's great. And I can give you my number if somebody's got, any questions after today. You can call my cell phone number at 951-691-2983. Again, my name is John, and if you can reach out to me, and I can answer any questions you guys have.
Go ahead and just give us that number again, John.
It's 951-691-2983.
Excellent. And you're due to be back. Are you coming to this class or the next one?
I just was there today.
You were there today? Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
It was great. It was It went well, it went very well.
All right, very good. Well, I'm happy about that. Sorry I didn't get down there to see you.
Yeah, it was good.
All right, very good. Well, thanks, John, and I appreciate you coming on. I'm
All right.
going to go back to to our PowerPoint here.
All right. We'll talk to you guys later.
All right, very good. Okay, so why drive a truck for a living? And I think John really kind of gave us some insight on why to drive a truck. I mean, he talked about good money. He talked about good benefits. You know, there's a lot of things in the trucking industry. I think the biggest thing, though, for all of the companies is job security. You know, you're not going to be replaced by a computer. You know, we hear all about, you know, trucks that are going to drive themselves. You know, that's still a long, long way off. And even when that happens, there's going to be a driver in the truck. Okay. There's lots of different types of driving. John was talking tonight about flatbedding. And, you know, what's nice about flatbedding is you're going to get out, you're going to flip tarps. You're going to get a little bit of an exercise where, you know, a regular trailer driver or a refrigerated truck driver might just be, you know, 90% touch-free freight type of things. So you got flatbedding, you got trailers, you got tankers, right? You got intermodal, refrigerated units, okay? And then you have local, regional, long distance. You got teams, you got solo, okay? And a lot of our students, their first experience ever is in one of our tractors, okay? One of our tractor trailers. And, you know, here at the school, we have cab over engines with sleepers. We have conventional condos. We have sleepers. We have day cabs. We train on all 9 and 10 speed transmissions. Now, we do have automatics because a lot of the companies are going to automatics, but we don't let our students test on an automatic because we don't want you to have that restriction. You have the lifetime placement here at National Training. The trucks today are, they've made a lot of improvements in the trucks over the years. This would be a typical company truck. You know, the driver, the passenger seat here basically does a whole 180. Okay, back here, this table folds down, goes into a full-size bed, and then they got the bunk that pulls down. Nice closet space. On the other side might be room for a refrigerator or a microwave. A lot of the seats today, all of them now are air ride seats. Big change from the old days. We even have all air ride seats in our trucks now as well. Changed them all out. Here's an owner-operator truck. I just thought it was a cool picture, so I threw it in. But you can see what you can do. You know, this is your home away from home while you're out there on the road. And back to a regular work truck. You know, he's got his microwave over here. He's got a TV. He's got the passenger seat that turns around. Table that comes up. On the other side, he's got a refrigerator. And, you know, he goes out and do some team driving. And again, another owner-operator. Look at the wood floors in this truck. But I did want to mention all about the logs. You know, ELDs now, electronic logging devices. Some companies have them built into the truck, but a lot of them have them right there on tablets. Okay, we teach paper logs here at the school. Once you know your paper logs, you can do any of those other types of things like that. Driving jobs, lots of different driving jobs out there. You're going to haul freight of all kinds. Fortune 500 companies right down to the corner store. You're going to have companies that go all over the country. You're going to have companies that just remain primarily in a specific area. Or regional might be the 5 states that are kind of connected. Most of those types of companies offer weekly home time, kind of like TMC was talking about. Great pay, steady runs, and again, the company benefits. And I think the nicest thing on TMCs that I saw was the 401k. That's pretty cool. Bureau of Labor Statistics. What does truck drivers make today. And like John talked about the cents per mile, most companies are going to go that route. His company, though, does the percentage of the load. There's others that will do, a salary. Okay, if you're going to be local, maybe it's going to be a salary type of a deal. But the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics breaks it down. Okay, general freight trucking, the average hourly pay is about $22.83, or about $44,000 a year. So the money in the trucking industry is pretty good. In plain English, if you're making $700, $900, $1,000 a week, you're doing good. Team drivers can make somewhere between $100 and $150,000 a year. So the money would be in the miles, the money would be in the teams. The more that truck is rolling, the more money you can make, right? The qualifications. We talked a little bit about this with John. Here at the school, we're going to look at the driving record. We're going to look at your criminal background. We're going to look at the physical abilities. We're going to administer a drug test the very first day. But most important, we want to know what your intensity is to succeed. We want to ensure that you can benefit from our training before you start. Are you employable? National will never take your money unless they're able to help you get a job. Okay? 4-week program, resident training. First week is a lot of classroom. The second, third, and fourth week is all hands-on training. So here they are doing pre-trip. Now they're going around the track. They're doing some backing. By the end of the second week, now they're out onto the public roadways. Here's an instructor with a student. They're going over every gauge in that truck so that you know exactly what it is that your truck is doing. You're going to be able to see, smell, and hear all of the different things that truck drivers need to keep an eye out for. I told you about that 1.25 mile private highway. The school is 350 acres. This part right here is just 110 acres. So it's 1.25 miles around. It's a multi-lane track. It has some dips and curves in it as well, and some turns and different things like that. So before you ever go out onto the public roadways, you're going to upshift, you're going to downshift, and you're going to stop a 70-foot tractor trailer on a private highway. Over here, you have the testing track. So national training is also third-party testers. Our students get it. It's $450. Our students only pay $200. So it's school picks up the other $250. You put up $250. Our school parking lot is bigger than most of the other schools out there. We got 8,000 square feet of classroom. Okay. Career service is probably the biggest thing that we do. Okay. We've been perfecting our graduate to work program for over 38 years. It really does work. Some of it is through these webinars. We also have the companies that come in and see our students. Our career service department starts working with you the very first day you get to school. You're going to fill out a form, and they're going to start to go to work for you. They're going to do one-on-one private counseling sessions with you. You're going to direct the students to the companies. It would be a good match for both the company and the student. Not everybody that comes to National is coming to National for the same reasons. Okay, so some guys want to drive local, some want to do regional, some want to do over the road, some want to do flatbed, some want to do reefers, tankers, different things like that. Our students also have a job board. And our companies we have featured on our job board as well, but we have lots and lots of jobs in all of the areas. So what they do is they'll check out where the class is from, and then they'll go ahead and they'll make sure that there's local jobs on the job board as well, besides the companies that are coming in and that are featured. So the job is listed there. Then it gives you a little brief history about the company, and then if we can find it, we'll also tell you about who the person is you're going to apply with. So it goes 3 layers deep. I've never seen anything like this before. It's been developed. It's very, very cool. It'll give you all of the different companies, Facebooks and Twitters and LinkedIn's and things like that. So they do a lot of research on these different companies. I get a lot of companies, a lot of people from all over the country. I see tonight we have 2 people on here from New York, one from Pennsylvania, a couple of South Florida people. Where do they stay? Well, it's very simple. You can stay anywhere you want, but if you're looking for the best deal, we suggest the Green Cove Springs Inn. It's located just 7 miles from the training facility. The Green Cove Springs Inn, they have microwaves, refrigerators, cable, HBO, free Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is pretty fast. For the 4 weeks, a semi-private room, it's $702 or about $26 a night. If you wanted a private room, it's just a few dollars more, like $1,089 for the 4 weeks. All right, so it's kind of nice. And while you're here, you're going to eat, drink, speak, sleep, truck driving, and truck driving concepts. Our program here at National Training is very simple. Our program is $64.95. We do have lots of different types of financing. Like John said, his company offers up to $6,000 tuition reimbursement. Okay? There are other companies that have higher. There are other companies that have lower. Again, you got to do your research of which companies that you want to go see. If you need help with the financing, you don't have the whole $64.95, we'll work with you. Sometimes you'll need a cosigner. Sometimes you won't. Okay? After all, we've been doing this a very long time, over 40 years. It's all good. We have it all. We have a lot of the companies that we work with. We have industry recognition. We have impeccable governmental relationships, so we work with all the workforce and both rehabs and the military, right? We have guaranteed tuition financing for everybody. We have over 38,000 graduates that came possibly before you tonight. We have a program that's really fun to complete. But I think the best thing about National Training, besides all the companies coming in, is the awesome training facility that we have there. Again, I want to say thank you again. We appreciate all of our students, to all of our veterans out there, and all the guys that come in through the VA, all of the Department of Vocational Rehab, VA Voc Rehab as well, state vocational rehab offices, all the different states that participate with us in the workforce program, and all the different Indian tribes that send their members through National Training because they know they're getting the very best training. National Training is where the trucking companies come for new drivers. Tonight we had TMC. Our next webinar is going to be Frank Bradley with Covenant is going to be coming up. And we try to have different companies every couple of weeks. Okay. I want to open up the phones now and see if there's anybody that has any questions about the school or about anything that John maybe said. We can probably get you an answer. Anybody got a question? Raise your hand. All right, I'm looking at the question board. I don't see anything new. All right, and we're a little bit over on time here. A couple of special announcements. Our next track webinar is going to be on Tuesday, April 7th, 2020 at 6:30. There may be a couple in between that. This is what's on the books right at the moment. Special announcements. We have an open house coming up on Saturday, 9:30 on May the 9th. Okay, so it's a little bit far out, but just so you have it. I want to thank you all for attending National Training's truck webinar. I hope that you have a great night, a great week. If we can answer any questions for you at all, contact us or one of our representatives tomorrow morning after 9, 1-800-488-7364. Your lost time is costing you big money. It's all good. Just make sure you call. Now, to get out of the webinar tonight, it's very simple. Okay, you're going to go up to File and then Exit Leave Webinar. File, Leave Webinar, right? Thank you, everybody. If you got any questions at all, feel free to let us know.